Hi there guys and welcome to WWE 2021, the Elimination Chamber, or we should probably rename this to the Predictable Chamber. We're going to start off with, let's just clarify the scores to begin with. It is 146 to 125. Other Dan is winning. Shocks are happening. Don't know what's going on. We're going to start off with the Raw Women's Tag Team Championships, I guess, versus it's Sasha and Bianca Belair as the challengers versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler as the champions. Who have you got and how?
Nia Jax and Shayna to retain.
Oh, really? Oh, right, okay. Oh, right. So now I'm just thinking of a curveball here.
Okay.
Because originally I was going to pick these two, but I think they're going to face each other at Mania.
Jax and Shayna.
No, the other two.
True. Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Because obviously she's got the briefcase. No, she's not got a briefcase. She won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
She's obviously fighting with Sasha. I think the swerve is that WWE are trying to get you to think they could win the tag teams, and they probably could.
Yes.
But I think either Sasha or Bianca is going to stop that from happening on the night.
Yeah. And they did win on SmackDown, correct?
Yeah. Good old Reginald. So I think it's going to look like they are definitely going to win the tag teams, but I think there is going to be a swerve where they just don't do it, and they are enemies obviously at the minute as well. She's not announced who she's picked yet though, has she? So
no, she hasn't, which is very odd.
We could see her tag with Sasha for a bit, and then she might go to Asuka, tag with Asuka for a bit.
I'm not sure how to go with it. I'm really not. I'm a bit...
Well, just to end my pick, I'm going to... Champions to retain by pinfall.
By pinfall. So, that means Nia would get the pin, wouldn't it? 'Cause, I really don't know what to do.
The problem is, now this is what I'm thinking is, that would be bad for both of them though.
Yeah, it would, because they're both going in off losses. This is why I don't understand it.
That's why I'm wondering if could it end in a count out?
Yeah, like a double, some form of double.
Where Nia Jax and Shayna just basically pulverise them and just leave them out the ring.
Yeah, maybe. That is very plausible,
nobody gets a
isn't
pin.
it?
Nobody gets that. L on them. They just lose because of that.
But then again, have they done anything with this belt?
Not really. The only other thing that I could see is disqualification caused by Sasha, because she is a heel still.
Yes.
That's the only thing I could see happening. Or we could see Reginald cause a problem.
We could.
So,
do you know what? Like you said, I'm gonna have to go with Nia and Shayna, because I don't see how these two winning it.
I'm gonna say
would make sense.
I'm gonna say win by DQ then.
All right, I'm gonna go with. Submission makes them look really weak, though, doesn't it?
That.
But there is another pay-per-view.
That is the big problem. If Bianca's getting built as the Royal Rumble champion, she can't take the loss.
Yeah, but then again, neither could Sasha, because then
that's why
so
I'm feeling a DQ from Sasha Banks.
Right.
Because she retains anyway.
So you're saying
Nia and Shayna by DQ.
Nia and Shayna win, but obviously there's a DQ in there. So I'm gonna go.
Tricky.
I'm gonna go Nia and Shayna by submission.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. That's my plan. Right, moving on to the US title match between suspended Keith Lee, Bobby Lashley, and Riddle doesn't have a first name, Matt.
You can pick this one.
Right, so we're going Bobby Lashley by pinfall. Oh wait, no, don't he have a submission move now?
No, you've picked now, mate. Yes. What's it called? He's got a master lock, hasn't he?
I'm gonna go Bobby Lashley by pin actually, because I've already got a submission in there, and yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I think if Keith Lee wasn't injured,
I think Keith Lee would have won this.
I don't.
Oh.
I still don't think they would have, because I feel like Keith Lee and Riddle have got too much going on with each other.
Right.
I was going to pick Riddle to win.
Okay.
But only because he's suffered so many losses by Bobby recently. He's had so many of them locks that if Bobby was to go into this match and just lock him, it's like,
Again.
I have enough points at the minute to be able to suffer a loss on this one. So logic-wise, I'm going to pick Riddle.
By...
he doesn't have any submissions though, does he? But
I'm
going to say pinfall.
Thing is, right, before we go any further, is this going to end up being a one-on-one, or will they just throw someone else in there?
No, I think they're going to throw a third person in. I think there'll be someone to take his place, but I think him and whoever this third person is, he's going to be the one that takes Bobby out the most, because Riddle just hasn't got the power. So I think Riddle's obviously going to hitchhike on the back of that. Now, I hope it's time for Riddle to take the belt, because I feel like he's ready at the minute.
I feel like he could do something with it, because Bobby's done nothing.
But I feel like Bobby's probably going to retain at the minute. But like I said, logic-wise, I can lose the points on this one, so I'm going to go with who I want to win, which is Riddle. And that'll be by pinfall.
Alright, okay, that makes sense. So now we're going to move on to the WWE Championship, which I believe is on Raw. Yep, so we've got Drew in the cage, as he should be, in the chamber.
Oh, you can't say chamber, it's, the Germans get angry.
Sorry, well, there we go, we've said it. This is Sheamus, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy for some reasons in there, and Kofi Kingston for some reason is in there as well. I went first last time, so you go first this time.
The reason they're all in there is because they're all ex-champions.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that until
now.
I know my pick is already anyway.
I've got a toss-up, you know.
Well, I'm honestly, I'm actually 50-50.
My toss-up is Sheamus.
Yes.
And Drew.
Yeah, that is honestly my 50-50. I mean, I will go first.
No, I'm going to say Drew to retain.
You are? You're not going with Sheamus so Drew can win at Mania when there's crowd?
There ain't going to be a crowd at Mania, mate.
They've confirmed it.
It's not going to happen.
They've said it's happening.
But we've still got Fastlane.
We do. Do you really think they're going to make Drew drop it at Fastlane, though, rather than in a chamber, which is more believable? Because, like, if you look at it from a champion standpoint, right, if he lost this, there's 5 other people. It doesn't make him look weak. But if he drops it at Fastlane to then win it back at Mania...
I suppose that's the thing in it, really, is there's 5 other people in it. There's 5 people in it.
Or is there a cash-in?
No.
After the chamber, and then Drew chases The Miz for the belt at Mania.
Could cash in. I'd be happy with that. We'll do a cash in points for it. So, alright, I'm going to say you've got a very valid point in given the history that we knew he was supposed to lose it and get it at Mania anyway.
Yes.
I am going to pick...
Go on. I think it all depends on if there's fans or not. If it was fully confirmed that there was fans, I would say Sheamus is winning this. But there is no fans, so my official pick will be Drew McIntyre by pinfall.
But again, is the build-up so he can win at Mania when there is fans.
Part of me thinks there could be a cash-in with The Miz because it's a very grueling match. And it's very The Miz to cash in when
It'd be interesting if Kofi won as a swerve and then The Miz cashes in.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, but then it'd make me think The Miz is going to cash in though. But how can he cash in when he can't get into the chamber? Unless he's under the chamber?
No, they open the doors, don't they, every time there's an elimination.
Oh, so they can walk out. Interesting.
Yes.
I think he could be under the ring, you know.
You imagine he's just under all show and he's sweating his tits off.
Him and Morrison just sat there. It cuts to like a short video, and he's just sat there, just chilling. I'm
not gonna lie. The only opposition to me here is Sheamus.
Yeah.
Because there is history there. They could tell a story there.
But then, does this mean that Drew's going to lose at WrestleMania?
No, I don't think he's going to lose at Mania.
Because apparently Brock's on his way back or something.
I mean, I could believe that. I thought Goldberg was going to do it, to be fair.
Nah, that was good build, that, to be honest. I liked it. Tough one, mate.
I feel Randy Orton is wasted here.
But then could he get another title to add to his collection?
Maybe.
And then drop it at Mania?
Maybe.
I'm going to go with... to keep my lead, I'm going to have to say Drew, my original pick.
Drew by pinfall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad, though, that I picked that first, because I didn't want it to seem like I was picking just because you're picking. You've picked because I picked, really.
Well, I sort of went first, even though I said you picked first. But all right. Right, okay, so we have moved on to our last match of the card, sort of. So part one of the chamber match to see who qualifies to face Roman Reigns is Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin for whatever reason, Sami Zayn. Who is your pick and how?
Cesaro.
Oh, great, thank you. By what? Pin? Submission?
I don't have a submission, does he?
He's been winning every match with the sharpshooter.
Good point. Yeah, let's go submission.
Right, okay. I am going, because I have to claw back points,
Kevin Owens.
we're going Kevin Owens by pinfall.
See, I don't like it, mate, because...
I personally would have picked Cesaro.
Yeah. I think that's the swerve in it. I think they're going to make it look like Kevin Owens, but I think Cesaro's getting a push now, so...
I mean, to spice it up, I'd have Jey Uso win.
It's a good shout, mate, you know.
Do you know what, though? When I was watching SmackDown, and Edge and Bryan had a really nice promo in the back, where Edge went over to Bryan and said, "Thank you for motivating me because you fought to get your career back, and I did the same thing." So then Bryan said, "To make it easy, you can pick me when I win the belt." And some may say this is a long overdue match, which I believe so as well. And then Edge said no, it would be a dream match. And it would, wouldn't it? Bryan versus Edge?
It's definitely plausible, mate.
Do they do that?
Could be Daniel's last run with it.
It really could, and it could be Edge's as well. I mean, my prediction for Edge is he's going to win the belt and drop it and retire.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: that is what he's going to do on Raw the following night. So yeah, I'm going to go with Kevin Owens by pin. To summarise and to finalise, the last match is going to obviously be Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens or Cesaro. So who is your winner out of Roman Reigns versus Cesaro?
Has to be Roman, isn't it?
Does it?
I can't see him dropping it now.
By pin or submission?
Submission.
Ooh, okay.
Mate, I like his submission, mate. It's sick. It's like they're going to pop his head off.
I do as well. So my pick is going to be Roman Reigns by pinfall. And then, do we want to do anything with a cash-in or not?
Yeah.
But we have to figure this out. We can't just be like yes or no, because there has to be either points at risk or points for reward.
Okay, I'm agreeing with that one this time.
So should we say 5 points if you guess it right and it's correct, and also 5 points lost if you guess and it's wrong.
I say 10 for correct, 5 for loss. Because then it helps you then, because you claw a lot more.
Okay, so we're saying 10 if correct, 5 if wrong. Right, okay. Do you believe there will be a cash-in?
I'm going to say yes.
At the elimination... You said yes.
Yeah, I don't care which champion it's for.
No, you don't have to pick that. Just
I think so.
Oh, do you know what? Oh, you are a dick. Because
that means you have to say yes as well.
I either have to say yes or I risk it and say no and hope there isn't one, because if there is one, I am absolutely screwed.
I just feel like this could be the one for him to cash in on.
It really could, because after the Elimination Chamber match, it's going to be Drew in it. It's not going to cash in on Reigns.
But the thing is... Yeah, that's true, yeah. No, I could see him cashing on Reigns, you know. I genuinely could as well, yeah.
I mean, it would be a decent story.
I'm just thinking, because obviously whoever he cashes against, it'll be a triple threat. So, you've got a thing like that, and I think...
That is not a bad point, because Kevin Owens is going to come out fighting, isn't he, like Big Star?
Could.
Or Cesaro is going to come out
Could
fighting.
he cash it in on the Elimination Chamber and become a 6th person? Or as someone leaves, could he become a 5th?
He could then run in and take the spot, because I'm sure that's happened before.
It's a good shout then, to be honest.
I think, if anything, he's going to do it on Drew, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd admit...
Because if Drew's in the chamber and he fights to the end and then he wins, he's had a
I think
long
we've got to
match.
remember that, obviously. It seems like the booking Roman to go against Edge, so...
Yes.
I think out of all of them, it makes sense for it to be Drew, especially with Drew giving him a few nuts every time he's seen him. So.
I agree.
But yeah, no, let's go with that.
Right, okay then. With you going with yes, I'm going to have to risk it and say no. Because I need to try and recoup the points. And if I've lost, I've lost. So...
Wait, so how many points do you get for a no?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? If there's no cash-in...
Are you getting 10?
I get 10.
Cool.
And you also
lose 5. Yeah. Cool.
Yes, but if it's the other way around, it's basically you've won the season. Oh, this is mad. This is crazy. I don't even think I'm going to stay up for this one, because it doesn't... Sorry, one match interests me, and that is the match to see who will face Reigns. That is the only match that bothers me, and I would like that to go on first. But I have a funny feeling that'll go on last, so it'll be even weaker for Kevin Owens.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree.
I do like the push Cesaro's actually being given now, and I only believe that is because he's signed an extension.
Yeah, it's not been confirmed yet, has it? So.
No. I mean, if he went to AEW, he would be a champion of sort, wouldn't he?
More than likely. He'd definitely get the TNT belt.
They would either give him that or give him the main one. Right, is there anything else you want to add before we close out?
No, from me.
Right, in that case, enjoy the pay-per-view if you're going to stay up and watch it. I personally am not. I'm probably going to watch it first thing Monday morning when I wake up. So, everyone have a pleasant weekend.
See you later.
See you soon.